Ever wondered how the Department of Transportation ensures safety on our roads? Well, they've just introduced a new rule that might interest you. On the 2nd of May, 2023, a significant change was published in the Federal Register by the Department of Transportation, or DOT for short. This final rule, marked under the reference 88 FR 27596, is not just any ordinary rule. It brings an important amendment to the DOT's Regulated Industry Drug Testing Program. Now, you might be asking, what's the amendment? Well, it's the inclusion of oral fluid testing. Yes, you heard that right. Oral fluid testing is now part of the DOT's Regulated Industry Drug Testing Program. Now, this might raise a couple of questions in your mind. What does this new rule entail? Why was it introduced? And most importantly, why is it significant? Well, keep your seatbelts fastened because we're about to dive into the details. So, what exactly does this new rule entail, and why is it important? Stay tuned to find out. So, let's delve into the specifics of this new rule. On the 2nd of May 2023, the Department of Transportation, or DOT, announced an amendment to its Regulated Industry Drug Testing Program. This amendment is not just a minor change, it adds oral fluid testing to the approved methods of drug detection. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is oral fluid testing? Well, it's a process that involves collecting a saliva sample from the subject's mouth. This method is non-invasive, easy to administer, and provides quick results. It's different from the previous methods, which mainly revolved around urine testing. Urine testing, while effective, can be seen as more invasive and time-consuming in comparison. So, why the change? The DOT has decided to implement this new method for a variety of reasons. Firstly, oral fluid testing offers a more dignified and respectful way to test for drug use. It eliminates the need for private restrooms and reduces the chance of adulteration, which is a significant concern with urine tests. Secondly, this method is more efficient. The time from test administration to receiving results is significantly reduced, which is a huge advantage in time-sensitive situations. Lastly, the oral fluid testing method is more flexible. It can detect a broad range of substances, including prescription drugs and illegal substances, offering a more holistic view of a person's drug use. This change reflects the DOT's commitment to maintaining safety standards, while also respecting personal dignity and privacy. It's a balance between ensuring the well-being of the public and the rights of the individual. But what does this new rule mean for drivers and the transportation industry as a whole? Let's find out. This new rule isn't just a simple change in testing methods, it has broader implications for the entire transportation industry. The Department of Transportation's decision to include oral fluid testing in its Regulated Industry Drug Testing Program is a game changer. Let's first consider the drivers, particularly those in regulated industries. For them, this new rule could mean a more efficient and less invasive testing process. After all, oral fluid testing is quicker and simpler than traditional methods such as urine testing. It could potentially reduce the time drivers spend off the road, ensuring they can continue to deliver essential services. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There are also potential drawbacks to consider. Some critics argue that oral fluid testing may not be as accurate as other methods. There's a risk of false positives, which could lead to unjust penalties for drivers. Meanwhile, others voice concerns about privacy. Although less invasive, oral fluid testing still requires a certain degree of personal intrusion. But let's not forget about the benefits for the transportation industry as a whole. The inclusion of oral fluid testing means that companies will have another tool at their disposal to ensure safety on our roads. It could lead to more effective drug deterrence, as drivers are aware that testing could occur at any time. This new rule also places the Department of Transportation at the forefront of drug testing innovation. It reflects their commitment to adapting and evolving in line with advancements in technology and methodology, always with the aim of ensuring the utmost safety and efficiency in the transportation industry. However, as with all new rules, there's a period of adjustment. Regulated industries will have to adapt their existing drug testing protocols to include oral fluid testing. This could mean additional training for staff and new procedures to ensure compliance with the rule. As you can see, This new rule is set to have a significant impact. But what could be the potential outcomes? The introduction of oral fluid testing in the Department of Transportation's regulated industry drug testing program could have far-reaching effects. One of the most immediate impacts we may see is an improvement in safety on our roads. This rule could lead to a reduction in the number of drug-related accidents, as it provides employers with a more effective tool for identifying and managing drug use among their drivers. It's a simple equation. Fewer impaired drivers on the roads equates to safer journeys for all of us. Now, let's consider the ripple effect this rule could have on hiring practices within the transportation industry. With the introduction of oral fluid testing, employers will now have access to more immediate and accurate drug testing results. This could streamline the hiring process, allowing companies to make informed decisions quickly and efficiently. However, it could also lead to a potential increase in job applicants being turned away due to drug use. This, in turn, may drive a greater push for drug education and rehabilitation programs within the industry. On the flip side, the introduction of this new testing method could also bring some legal implications. While oral fluid testing is less invasive than other forms of drug testing, issues of privacy and consent may still arise. It's likely that we'll see some legal challenges to the rule as individuals and unions push back against what they perceive as an invasion of personal rights. And these legal battles could shape the way the rule is implemented and enforced. Lastly, it's worth noting that the success of this rule will largely depend on how well it's communicated and enforced. The Department of Transportation will need to ensure that all stakeholders, from employers to drivers to unions, understand the rule and its implications. Only then can we expect to see the full potential of this rule realized. So there you have it. The Department of Transportation's new rule is set to bring about some significant changes.